I'm in a Hellcat. Bruh, where do I begin? Wow. This is a very, very, very interesting case. But before we get into it, please like, share, subscribe, comment to this channel. Please, I would greatly appreciate it. Now let's get into it. Omni the Hellcat is accused of piracy of over $40 million. And basically, from what I'm gathering, because man, let me tell you something. First of all, I'm gonna give this dude credit. I'm gonna give this dude his props. I'm gonna give him his flowers, whatever you want to call it. Because when I look at Omni the Hellcat, he looked like a scammer. I'm just saying. He looked like somebody that might be doing something underhanded. I know that's wrong. I know that's stereotyping, but I'm just saying. The appearance looked like bruh got something going on. And I'm assuming that is probably what brought some of this to his doorstep. He is accused of piracy. Part of me, a big part of me want to get this dude his motherfucking kudos. Because looking like you looking, I wouldn't have thought that you had enough brains to do this shit, what they saying you did. And I got to give you mad props, much respect to be smart enough and savvy enough to come up with this scheme. I'm not gonna never down a man for hustling. Anybody. The world is full of hustlers. This guy is a hustler. This guy hustled. This guy found him a loophole and hustled. So what they, because I damn near can't even understand what this dude is accused of doing almost. And I'm pretty bright. So they must be brighter than me. So basically what they're saying is he set up a legitimate business. He found a way to basically subcontract under these other big cable companies, Comcast and all these big companies. They saying he kind of he set up a real business. So he supplied people around the country with these boxes, these cable boxes, that he could then have cards sort of like too, and those cards would enable those boxes to be able to get trademarked material, shows, whatever, from these other entities. He could hack that material from those big companies and direct it to your box for $15.99. So where these other companies were charging multiple more money for this service, he could charge the service cheaper because basically he was pirating the service and he was beating everybody else prices. He says it was a new market. He said it was untapped in market. He said he's basically one of the forefathers of that to find the loophole. He says other people that's doing this as well. He have colleagues that's doing this. He said they are not being prosecuted by the feds. He said the most they've been done to them as being sued by these big entities like Comcast and Verizon and all this. So basically they are in lawsuits and not nothing criminal. And he's wondering why they're discriminating against him and making his case a criminal case, and all his other colleagues, they're leaving their case civil, to where they have to pay a fine or they have to fight in civil court or whatever. So I get him on that. I get him on that. I get him on that. I get it. But this case is so interesting because the question is he stealing? Is he stealing? Because he is out in front of the cameras and he's saying it's a new market, it's unregulated, and he found a loophole. But but the feds are saying this is piracy. They're saying you stole copyrighted material and you sold it as if you had the right to sell it. And if it's not your material, then if you don't have express written permission from that people who own that material, then you cannot provide that material to someone else because you don't own that material, nor do you have written express permission to be the one to sell or profit off of said material. I ain't no lawyer. Never been the what they call it, criminal justice law school, any of that. I'm just a lay person looking at the facts or looking at the particulars of this case. And I'm gonna do my best to try to figure out, is this guy stealing or are the feds fishing? From first glance, I'm gonna tell you, you in trouble. I'm gonna tell you you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Let me tell you why. You're in trouble for a couple reasons. You're in trouble because first, you look like somebody, and it's bad. It's bad. It is bad. It's not right. But you look like somebody that's doing something illegal. You got the look of a scammer. That's just like if it was me. If I walked into Comcast and I was doing all these things allegedly that you accused of doing, they would look at me crazy. They would think that I probably gonna do something underhanded. You flashy. You throw it in their face. You look like you're kind of like in the hip hop community vibe. I see you on Say Cheese. I see you making your rounds with all the hip hop stuff. So that is what that's what they're associating you with. Your image is thus of that. And those people are Comcast, you know, you know what their image is. You know what they look like. You know but compared to you, me and them, I'm me and you in one bucket and they in another bucket. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing. That's what's gonna make them dig. Number two is when you do all this Say Cheese and ice, jewelry, flossing, you bring in attention to yourself. You ain't wrong for that, because you say you ain't think you doing nothing legal, and you didn't feel nothing legal. You even said you asked your lawyers, were you doing anything legal, and your legal team told you no. So I can get why you would do all of those things and be that public, because you felt like you ain't doing nothing illegal. I get it. Now, are you doing anything illegal? This is the question, because I really believe that you don't feel like you're doing nothing illegal. I really, really feel that way, because I don't think that you would be out in front of those cameras like that, like you John Gotti. I don't think you'll be out there doing all of those interviews and doing all this talking and telling about what's going on if you did not believe that you were innocent. Now, are you innocent? No. In my opinion, no. And I ain't no lawyer. I'm happy for you. I'm happy. I really would love to. I really would love to talk to you, because I respect the fact that you did what you did. I love that shit. I love to see somebody hustle. I love to see somebody figure out a way. And you figured out a way, bro. A big time way. Like I can't knock you for that. But when we answer the question, was it illegal? I gotta say yes, Army. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I have a service and it's my service, and you find a way to get my material, my copyrighted material, and you're selling my copyrighted material to other people for a price, actually beating my price, but you don't have my express written permission to do it, you're stealing. You're stealing, especially if I have that material copyrighted, which they do. So you can't sell HBO shows. You can't sell an HBO package if you don't have an express written permission to sell it from HBO. And basically that's what you did. You will sell. I could get my HBO for you for cheaper because you was stealing it, bro. I think that's what I think that's what they saying you did. And if they saying that's what you did, I could be wrong. I'm telling you, I'm not no lawyer. This shit is complicated as hell. I never even heard of nobody getting charged with what you got charged for, bro. I want to give you your scammer flowers, because you up there with Hush Puppy, Bandman Kevo, Money Man. You up there, bro. Like you on the Mount Rushmore in the United States for sure. So on one hand, I respect your hustle. I do. But on the other hand, when we asking the question, because I want you to be free. I want Army and the Hellcat to not go to jail for this shit. He ain't out murdering nobody, allegedly. He ain't out selling drugs, allegedly. He using his brain to get up there where them rich folks at. I love that. I love that. I love to see somebody come from nothing and use their brain and make something out of themselves and don't be a statistic. So I want to talk highly of Omni, but when we breaking the question down, is he going to be found guilty? I don't know. But on the outside looking in, if this is what they're saying he did, bruh, you got to get express written permission to sell somebody copyrighted material. If it's a rapper and he made a song and then he could buy, people, instead of people buying that song from him, they could buy that song from you for cheaper, but you ain't asked him or have express written permission to sell that copyrighted material. That is stealing. That is theft. That is piracy. And if that's what you did, then I can see where they have a case against you. Now, you have a point. How come none of your other goddamn colleagues have been charged with this criminally? How come it's all been civil? I don't know. I do not know. I'm gonna say this though. That's a thin line too, Army. Because if you say, which you have, because I saw you say this, I saw this out your own mouth. You said this. You said, well, all my other colleagues are facing criminal charges. So now we crossing the line into street rules and business. And so is Army a street guy? Because if he's a street guy, then he should not say, what about my other colleagues? They ain't in no trouble criminally. If he's not a street guy, then he can. If he's a regular citizen, on all accounts, he's a businessman. He is a civilian. Then I guess he can say, hey, how come y'all ain't put them in jail? Because they doing the same thing I'm doing. That's basically what he said. So I don't know. That's a little gray area for me, because I don't think you should shed light on somebody else getting away with something just because you ain't get away with it. You feel me? So that's another situation. But if he's a civilian, I guess he can say what he want to say. What else I want to get to about Army? Because this case is very interesting to me. He did all of this wide open. He been getting paid. Like he been getting paid. Like he ain't get all that stuff without getting receiving payment. So he's been getting paid. And if you selling if I sell something for $20, which is mine, and then you steal that material and you sell it for $10, even though, and my sales don't decline, I'm still got all my business. Even though my sales don't decline, you can still be charged with stealing. You know why? Because that customer that you served, you sold him material that was not legally your material. You sold him stuff that was mine, and you did not get with me on that. That is stealing. Yes, that is theft. That is piracy. Yes, that is what that is. Do I want Army to get convicted? No, because I really admire what this guy had the brains to do. But if we being real, bruh is in trouble. Now, Army got money, so he got good lawyers. He's gonna be able to fight this. You know what I'm saying? And I legit think he don't think Ignorance is not an excuse. I'm going to tell you that, because that's what they're going to tell you in court. I've been in court a bunch of times. They ain't going to tell you that shit. They're going to tell you that shit. They're going to be like, we don't give a damn what you didn't know. You should have known. You grown. And he got money. So his legal team should be having him up on what's right and what's wrong and what's going on or whatever. I'm just saying, I'm thinking Omni is in trouble. I'm thinking Omni in trouble. And I'm thinking his profile, being that he was so high profile, they're going to try to make an example out of him. He's a man of color. You see what I'm saying? He's flashy. He looks like me, like us, like, you know, like what they don't like. They don't like this. They don't like us like this. They don't like they don't like how we look. You know what I'm saying? Bro look like he got tattoos in his head, shit like that. I hate it for him. I really do, because damn, man. That man came with some shit, bro, for real. Him and his team, whoever, they came with some shit. I respect it. I feel like the folks gonna break him off, though. I feel like the folks gonna break him off proper as an example, you know? And that's sad. That's sad. I pray, bro, don't get found guilty, and I pray if he do get found guilty, it's not a significant amount of time. Hell, the dude Hush Puppy accused of embezzling over $1 billion, and he's only facing 20 years in jail. So, I mean, he seemed, bro, got a good personality. I like to hear him talk. He seemed like a great guy. But I think they're going to railroad bruh because of the way he look, because of his background, and because of how he flashed his success. And that's sad. That's sad, because none of those are crimes. None of those are crimes. You know, but hey, that's my take on it. I'm going to get you an update on it, because I'm very interested in what's going on with Omni, because I don't want them to railroad the man, but at the same time, I do think, bro, might have to go away for a little bit. I hope it's not a lot of time. I hope he don't go away at all. But if he do, I hope it's only a little bit of time, man. Or make that man pay a fine or something, and then let that man go on about his business. Because he ain't doing nothing out here, you know, really, really, really bad. The man's just a hustler, and he found a way to hustle the system. And people do that shit every day, and they don't say a fucking thing when they look like them. But they say it when they look like people who they don't like, allegedly. So, like, share, subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to blow this channel. Y'all know what it is. I appreciate the support in the comments. I've been reading the comments. I appreciate the love in the comments. I even appreciate the hate in the comments. You know why? Because that's your opinion. This is what this platform is for. I don't have thin skin, you know? This platform is for people to have a voice. If you want to come on this platform and you just want to, if you're in the comments and you want to hate, man, I feel sorry for you, but I'm going to let your comments stay, because people get to see that's what's on your mind. People get to see what kind of person that you portray. So I would advise people to be themselves. Be yourself. Say what's on your mind. This is a platform that we're eventually going to go live when we get the subscribers up. So please sub to this channel. And once we do, then you haters and you positive people will be able to come on the platform, and the whole world can see if you a hater or if you are a positive person. And I want to tell y'all, love is the highest vibration. So if you want to vibrate on that frequency, I think you should think about that. But like, share, subscribe to this channel. I'm always give y'all a positive outlook on stuff, man, because that's how I think, man. You know what I mean? I try to be more positive, man. You put that positive energy out there, man, that, you know, it reciprocates. So like, share, subscribe to this channel, comment, sub, man. Thank y'all, man.